The Feminine Now calendar is here and now. Here it is. We got it done. There it is right there. There it is. You see that? The Feminine Now calendar. Okay, here's the back. Right? There's a QR code right here. Right? Okay. I'm just going to read this real quick. The Feminine Now calendar. Lunar system of 13 menstrual calendar. Lunar menstrual tracking calendar because women menstruate with the moon 13 times a year. Because the moon orbits the Earth 13 times a year, not 12. Every year, 13 times a year, every year. And this is exact perfect calendar. Anyways, without further ado, I will now welcome to you some new faces. Gigi and her daughter Christina. They are two female Gnostics that I know are real Gnostics. And without further ado, I welcome Gigi and her daughter Christina.
Hey beautiful ladies, I'm Gigi.
And I'm Christina.
And we are so excited to present to you today the Feminine Now calendar. Before I show you the actual calendar, my daughter and I would like to go over some things regarding the 13-month lunar system calendar that we've created along with Mark. This is a special and unique calendar because it goes with the moon, because the moon orbits the Earth 13 times in 1 year, just like a woman's menstrual cycle. We menstruate 13 times a year with the moon. A lot of the ladies I've talked to as researching this calendar have told me they use apps. And I'm going to let my daughter talk a little bit more about why apps are bad. But yeah, apps, first of all, they're not accurate.
So let me explain apps.
Okay.
So basically, they come from data factories. And what, like, your data, apps will take a lot of your data, a lot of apps that you use. And you may not think that, but they store your data in these data factories. And these data factories pollute into the earth because they need so much, like, energy, fans, and all this kind of stuff. And so they'll pollute into the earth. And you really don't know who's using your data or why they should have your data.
Yeah, they're stealing your intimate information, right?
Yes.
Oh, also, tell them about that. They make us pay for it with our electricity bill, that we're flipped the bill to pay for the stealing of our data. We're actually made to pay for it through our electricity bill.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this is why apps are bad. Also, if you're already going on a 12-month calendar system like we are today, and you try using an app, it's going to be inherently inaccurate because you're already off track. So this app relies on you to input the information in there. So if you're off track and the information you're putting in there is off track, the app will never be accurate. So it's just delete those apps, please. I'm going to teach you in future videos how exactly to use the calendar to predict your period and ovulation and all that. You really don't need an app. This world is too dependent on their phones, on apps. All you need is the moon, which is always there, by the way. It doesn't need Wi-Fi, doesn't need electricity. It doesn't need outside power source. The moon itself is the power source. All you need to do is familiarize yourself with the patterns, and you'll be good. You'll be on track. You'll be smarter than the rest of the world. You're that's the reason for the calendar. Okay, so I want to show you the inside of the calendar. Each month in this calendar represents a lady that has changed the course of history. So I'm going to do my favorite lady right here. One of the ladies I chose for my calendar is Eve. Let me back up a little bit so you see it better. Now, everyone's familiar with the story of Adam and Eve. She's my favorite because she was the first female that came to know the truth. She ate from the tree of knowledge as opposed from the tree of life because she knew that was a trick. And of course, she shared the knowledge in the apple because the apple represents knowledge. She shared the knowledge with her male counterpart, Adam. And together they came to know who they truly were. And everyone knows the story after that, right? I don't need to get into that. The next lady I want to show you is Hedy Lamarr. A lot of people don't know that Hedy Lamarr was the mother of invention and a pioneer in what we modern day cell phones. She her invention brought forth Wi-Fi, GPS, and Bluetooth. The reason why you're able to watch this video on your phone is because of her. So, all right, that's just a few ladies. Oh, I also want to show you that how unique this calendar is, because it's probably the only calendar you'll ever find that has accurately depicts the moon phases according to their days. So if you notice here, on Friday the 13th, the moon is full. And the moon will be full every Friday the 13th on every month. You see here, every month is Friday the 13th. Because that's how perfect and eternal this calendar is. It's perfection. Also, it doesn't go by years. This calendar is eternal because every year will be exactly the same. It's going to help not only females track their period, but males as well. Because Mark has the now calendar, the solar system of 13. That's for everyone, but this is more for females to track their periods. It's going to put everyone on track because, for example, if you're just going to know when the days, you're going to know. So for example, if I tell you, hey, Christina, next month on the 11th, let's meet up, right? On October 11th, let's meet up. You'll know October 11th is always on a Wednesday, and it's going to be on a Wednesday eternally, forever. So you don't need to ever refer to your phone. You don't need to go refer to a calendar. You will just know in your mind that that is on a Wednesday. So that's how it's going to put everyone on track. Oh, do you want to go into the holidays? How the holidays are approaching?
So, a reason you should get this calendar is because the holidays are approaching, and even if they weren't, this is such a great gift to get to any woman or female that you know, even a little girl who's starting off, even a girl, woman, older woman, for anyone, it works. Even if the lady's going through menopause or starting off, it's a really great gift.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's for all ages.
So, I had one more thing to say. Since the holidays are approaching, I think this would make a really great gift for any lady in your life. And it's good for everyone. There's not one person that's good for. It's good for every lady, every woman.
A girlfriend, a sister, a mom, everyone will benefit from the knowledge in this calendar.
And it would really help with the ladies that you know to reconnect with their divine femininity.
Also, this calendar is not only for health and wellness, but it's spiritual and it's philosophical in nature. So, again, it's great. Get your calendar now. It's really easy to use. Oh, before I forget, I did, this is the back of the calendar, by the way. I did write how to actually use the calendar. And I did have a little note here about why this calendar was created. So let me go into it and read it. How to use the calendar. Step 1. On the first day you notice your period, look up at the night sky and observe the moon phase visible at this time. Step 2. Take note of the moon phase, as this will help you for the following month. Step 3. After observing, remember that if you notice your period on a full moon this month, your period will most likely occur on the full moon the following month. Now, that doesn't mean that everyone menstruates on the full moon. Some of us have, the period comes on a quarter moon or a new moon. I'm just using that as an example. But you'll see when you buy the calendar, you'll be able to track when your period comes, and there's a picture of the moon phase there, so it makes it easier for you to align it with the sky. Step 4. With continued observation, you will develop an intuitive sense of when your period is due. Another thing I want to mention, as I've been researching to create this calendar for 2 years now, and I've noticed, because I'm so aware of the moon and how my body is synced to it, I've almost eliminated PMS. I mean, I still get bloating and all that other yucky stuff that comes with getting your period, but the whole emotional and irritableness that I used to get a week before my period is gone. It really is gone. I think it's because I'm just aware of who I am, and I'm happy. So I think this will help women with their PMS for sure. Okay, before I go, I just want to read one more thing that I included in the calendar, and this is some food for thought. By now, you might have questions like, why was the 13-month lunar calendar suppressed? And who changed and altered it into the 12-month system that we use today? Quite simply, it was to keep women diminished throughout time. Government, religion, science fear the awakening of women. I also believe that women don't realize that they actually menstruate 13 times a year as opposed to 12. Because of this 12-month calendar system that we use today, we believe that we menstruate only 12 times, when in reality, we menstruate 13 times a year, just like the moon orbits the earth 13 times a year on a 28-day cycle. So this calendar was created to put you back on track, to reconnect you with nature, the cosmos, and put your body in harmony. We're going to teach you a simple, easy way to track your period that is 100% accurate and reliable, and it uses the moon, which doesn't require Wi-Fi, it doesn't require energy, it just requires a mental awareness of the moon and your body. I want to explain a little bit about the number 13 and why it's significant to the calendar and the moon. Not only do we menstruate 13 times a year and the moon orbits the earth 13 times a year, but as I show you how to use the calendar and you're trying to conceive a baby, you're going to see your menstrual, the day you start bleeding and you count 13 days is the day you're ovulating. So it'll help you understand when is the best time to conceive a baby. And eventually, you're going to understand it. You're going to start using your mind as opposed to being dependent on an app or dependent on a physical calendar. The Feminine Now calendar is the only real and accurate calendar that exists. It comprises of 13 perfect months, just like the 13 moon cycles, and each month has 28 days that correspond with the 28 moon phases. This calendar provides you with the tools you will need to make an accurate prediction of your period. By including the daily moon phases and eliminating the confusion of irregular months, you will be able to predict your period with clarity. Friday the 13th will always be a full moon on this calendar. Let me show you. I could show you the following month and the following month. It'll always be a full moon on Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. That has some kind of evil connotations to it. There's a movie about a serial killer in like a sleepaway summer camp. Now, what that has to do with Friday the 13th, I don't know. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to put an evil, spooky connotation on Friday the 13th so that you kind of are like afraid of it. But in reality, 13 represents life. I'm going to do another in-depth video probably on the number 13. And I think Mark on his YouTube channel has a couple of videos with information about the number 13. But basically, in a nutshell, it represents life. And us women represent life here on earth. So it is divine feminine, and it's feminine in nature. And I believe that that's why that number was sort of made to be evil, because I guess they believe that us women are evil. They're really scared of us if you think about it. And at first, that kind of made me angry how they've diminished women throughout time. But now I understand it's because they're threatened by us. And we must have some kind of immense power for them to suppress the number 13 and how the females are connected to the moon. They must have been really threatened by us, which means that we must have a real strong power that they're afraid of. Because if they really saw us as weaker and beneath them, then they wouldn't have to hide or rewrite history or have elaborate lies to conceal what Friday the 13th actually means. Now that I've been really tracking it for 2 years, I noticed that I have eliminated PMS. Now, more like the irritated, that kind of irritatedness that you get 5 days before your period, I really no longer have that. I do, however, still get bloating and probably a sensitive chest area and all those other horrible things associated with your period. But for some reason, I don't really have that that sense of irritableness that I used to have, where I would like pick fights with people and just be angry all the time. And it was because of the hormonal influx. But now that I'm aware of it, I don't let it bother me, and it's almost like I don't even feel it anymore. So that's a really special quality about this calendar, that I think it can help all ladies, and not only ladies who menstruate, but ladies of all ages, because every single one of us have a special connection to the cosmos and the universe, and it's quite beautiful. This is something that I learned when I was researching for the calendar. This phenomenon that occurs, my daughter and I, for example, our periods are synced. And sometimes we'll fall apart if due to medication or something like that. But eventually our periods will sync back up. And I did a lot of research on that. And the scientific community denies that. They'll deny it. They'll say that that's not true, and that's just a coincidence, and that the women sync, they'll sync up over time just because it's just nothing more than a coincidence. But in reality, I've discovered that the purpose of that, and the reason why they don't want you to know that women bodies sync up with their periods, is because they don't want you to know the process of unity. The process of unity happens first with our bodies as a clue that was left for us, and then our minds will sync up. Our minds will all be connected eventually and will be truly united. And that is the actual purpose of this calendar. It's available now. Get one for your girlfriend. Don't forget to visit awickedmoon.com. You can read more about the calendar in the website. Get one today. We have to unite as women. And I know this calendar is going to unite us. And it's an active thing that I'm doing, because if we want to fight this battle, we have to be active in it. So this is my way of bringing something to women to help them unite and help them come together, because this is sort of like a quiet revolution. And as ladies, we don't use violence or weapons in our revolution. We use knowledge, awareness, and information. So yes, I'm really excited. Get your calendar today, and I hope to see you real soon. Thank you for your time. That's all for today. I'd like to do another video probably after this about the number 13 and why that's so special. But let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and get your calendar. It's available now on awickedmoon.com. Get it. Thank you.
Okay, the Gregorian calendar, the 12-month calendar that we go by, is way off. It's way off. It moves over a day every year. We never know our exact day of our birthday, the exact holidays. We never know. They put the full moon wherever they want. It's all wacko. Okay, it moves over. Look right here. This is December 2024. This is December 2025. Okay, see the first right there? And look where the first is. It moves over a day. The whole calendar does. All right, every year. Now what? Right away I'm going to show you. Okay, they said the full moon was on December on the 15th, Sunday the 15th, right? Okay. Count one from right here. Okay, watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. It's one day off from the full moon on our calendar. On our calendar, the now calendar, the full moon is always Friday the 13th. But it's one day off. But it moves over a day. So that's the full moon. Okay? Right? Same thing over here. In December 2025, they say that the full moon was on the 4th. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 17 right there. That's the first. See? That's the first on our calendar. That's the solstice. The first. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. There it is. There's the day off right there. That's the real full moon. Okay? Now they say that this full moon right here is going to be on the 3rd. See? So what? 17. So that's, let's see. Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. There it is, 28. Moves over a day. Then they say it's this day. See, they pushed say the full moon's one day over on the 3rd of 2026. But it's not. It's wacko. It's messed up. Our calendar is right on. Okay? So, here's something to help you. It's complicated, but it really isn't. And Gigi shows you that in this calendar, the moon phases are here. So all you have to do is look at the moon phase, go outside and look up at the moon, and you know what day it is. It's just so cool. It's the thing, man. It's the bomb. All right. Thank you, Gigi, and thank you, Christina. And that little Christina, 16 years old, giving us knowledge about the menstrual cycle with the apps and that, and knowing things. She's only 16. She's the youngest Gnostic I know. And she got this knowledge, and everyone else don't know, having a clue. Anyway, all right. Thank you very much. Peace, and make the 2 in 1.